follow the stops first. Ross Chastain.
Oh, a hit. He got hit coming into his pit stall.
And you see him turned around. Absolute detriment to this team who had led. They wanted a little more on fire off, but Martin Truex Jr. not what they needed here late in the race, Marty.
Boy, pit road has been crazy today, Kim. Denny Hamlin said, I cannot get off the corner, especially turn 4, too free on exit. Kyle Larson with a quick stop by the 5 bunch. You can tell by the confidence in Larson's voice he was going to get Martin Truex Jr., but with the Truex spin on pit road, Larson gains a spot here, Rick.
And Rick, you called it live. It was definitely off the bumper of the 5. I don't know if Truex checked up more in the speed lane. See, he kind of is slowing down, obviously, in front of the 5. The 5 can't speed up. He'd be speeding on pit road. So drivers, what's the etiquette? Do you normally blend left earlier than you check up? I mean, it seems like an odd kind of stack. And then right here, great work by the pit crew. You see the jack get hit. So thankful this pit crew was heads up and had an escape plan. Very dangerous situation for the 19.
Yeah, I mean, great response by those guys, seeing it coming, jumping back over a wall. That's the main thing. Nobody got hurt. That was really scary looking, but let's listen to what Kyle Larson was talking about.
Nice in the 19. He did, but he was going to miss his stall. He didn't turn in. Yeah, I thought he locked the brakes up in front of me, so I hope he's not mad at me.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. The 19 car didn't turn and blend toward the stall like he typically would, as if he might have realized that he was actually going by the stall. You can't, you would never really turn in that late, so I wonder if Martin actually drove up on the stall, almost missing it, and notice this or realize this at the very last minute, slows down really quickly. The 5, he can't do anything about it. Ends up turning him around.
And I have to ask myself, as the sun starts to set, you're driving down pit road, looking into the sun, looking for your pit stall, just wonder if he kind of lost track of where he was. Because I'm with you, Junior. Like, see all the other cars like the 1, you kind of blend left and then turn in. The 19, when he does get spun, I'm not sure he would have made the pit stall. Even anyway, there's no way he would have made it into his own pit stall.
Right. I think he's actually maybe missed his pit stall, just about missed it, and recognized it at the last second.
And if you're Larson, it's your job to be right on the rear bumper of that car in front of you. Watch the rear tires on the 19 car. Because you heard Larson say he thought he locked his tires up.
You see Martin the steering in Martin's car, though, is really subtle. It's not like a freak, reaction to missing your, I'm thinking Martin, maybe Martin turned in there thinking everything's okay. But it was just, Martin wanted to do a 90-degree turn into the stall, and you need to blend a little sooner so you don't get run over, Marty.
Yeah, Cliff Daniels continuing to coach his driver, Kyle Larson. He said, no doubt, he hit the brakes in front of me. And Cliff Daniels saying he would have gone 2 to 3 stalls past his own stall. There was no way he was going to make his stall. So trying to calm his driver down a little bit and reassure him, hey, that was just a mistake on their part, not your part.
Yeah, I just need to hear what this 19 team's opinion is about the whole event.
We're seeing Coach Joe Gibbs there, team owner, and a frown on his face, doesn't look happy about what just took place.
It was definitely a freak situation, nothing we have seen very often, thank goodness for how dangerous it is, but definitely seems like a stack up of events. I'm not sure there was any ill intent on the 5. Kim, what are you hearing?
Yeah, I checked in with the team. I didn't hear anything on the radio from Martin in terms of not seeing his sign or his box, and so I asked, and they point blank said, no, the 5 spun us. So no indication from the 19 team that they feel like they were going to miss their box despite how far out they were from the pit stalls. They think it was truly the 5 spinning, Mark.
Wow, well, there you go. That's the 19. They have every right to their opinion. I'm not sure if I see it exactly that way. But such is competition.
And remember, the rule is you can drive through 2 pit stalls before you go into your pit stall, but you can't drive through 3. So normally drivers will be already in a pit stall that is in front of theirs. And Martin Truex Jr. was almost beside the pit stall that he was trying to get into right when he got hit.
Without a doubt, he's way far deep into the pit stall before he started to turn in. But I'm just looking at Martin's steering wheel. There was no sort of oh no reaction. His steering wheel was very subtle to turn in, so maybe in his opinion he was going to be fine. He certainly turned in really late, and you would want to fade left to get yourself out of any situation where the 5 might hit you. And if you got those guys on your bumper, you cannot slow down your pace in lane in front of them and expect not to get hit.